back to there, if you were to like, I want to like get a job, you would probably should phrase the goal to something like, I have applied to certain amount of goals per week. So that's a goal you can achieve on your own. So there's lots of things to like contemplate when doing goals. Because it's always better to make a goal that is achievable. Because, you know, the moralizing effect of having a goal of like get a job and not getting a job. Because, you know, it's not all about you. So easier to have a goal of like, I will be applying to a certain amount or doing certain steps towards it. And, you know, if all of those steps are only about yourself, then you can easily achieve them. Or well, not easily maybe, but still, it's all about yourself and not, you know, having been disappointed on others not doing what you want or expect of them. So that's why I was thinking that one reading could be goals, because then we could like analyze different goals of people and maybe here, because it's all, again like the different like schedules of people where they are currently at their lives. Because I don't know, from what I've understood, it's not like a common goal to want, for example, to live in a house. Because I know there are plenty of people who are just like, yeah, I would never want to do that because, you know, it involves a lot of work and stuff. So there's so many different kinds of people with, you know, all different kinds of goals. So it would be interesting to hear about those.
I need to come close.
Elina is getting cold. But yeah, this thing is really hot.
Yeah.
I think now it still will be a perfect time to like grill sausages and stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's really hot.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the stick could be longer, because I feel like it's hitting my hands quite heavily. Guys, the stick is burning.
Burning.
Now it's smoking. Let's get some more. I'm smoking myself. Let's get some more water drinking ASMR.
Gulp.
Gulp ASMR. I wonder how loud is it, if you can hear it. Crisp gulps. I can't believe from all that monologue I just had about the goals and stuff, the only comment I get is crisp gulps. I see how it is. But yeah, Nat, what are your goals? I'm gonna put you on the spot. Because I know when the first time I was on your stream, I was put on the spot violently. I was dragged on the spot. It was horrible. I immediately left and never came back because of the treatment I got there. But yeah, so any long-term or short-term goals you're willing to share, of course. It doesn't need to be anything fancy or anything that you just want to let the world know. There's also, I know there's like a logic some people have that they, you know, and I've like read about this and I've seen a lot of like some people are saying that if you have any goals, you should always keep them to yourself. So there's like a higher chance that you're doing them. Because the first time you tell to some people, you might already get like a gratification from that person, since they're like, okay, yeah, that's a good one, yeah, do that, yeah. And if you wait for it to be finished, or when you're done with it, and then get the gratification, you might be like more motivated towards it. So that's one logic. But I personally don't think that like keeping it to yourself is necessarily a good thing, especially if the goal is something that, you know, others could like maybe give you advice on or something like that. So there might be benefits to, you know, sharing those. But yeah, I can understand keeping them to yourself. Short-term goal, finish setting up my new streaming room. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, that's a good one. Because again, this is something like only something you can work on. I at least hope that there's nothing like that. Okay, yeah, there's a mansion guard coming in that you need to consult on what to do with the room. So as long as it's something that you can do by yourself, then that's a good one. Long-term goal, go on walks or try play some tennis again. Play some, oh yeah, it's probably some tennis. Yeah, I see. Yeah, that's a good one too. Because I think like tennis, while I think it requires another person to play with you, I think there's still like as a goal, I don't think it's necessarily hard enough for that. you wouldn't be able to do it, because I assume in like a city as large as Sydney you would have like clubs and stuff for it, so you could just join, for those tennis lessons. I've only played tennis a few times, and that was all when I was in Germany, and I really liked it. And I think if I know we have like tennis fields here, but I've never played it in Finland. But that's a nice sport. I could see myself doing tennis if any sport. But yeah, the wind is a bit chilly. I might get close myself. We'll edge closer a little bit. Every 10 minutes we go 10 centimeters closer. And then we're inside, we're sitting inside the ring at the end of the stream.
Yes. But I think should dreams also be allowed in?
What is Elena asking?
Like if you're asking for goals, should dreams also be?
Yeah, Elina's asking if goals should be linked with it. Like, should you be allowed to tell about dreams? Of course you can tell about your dreams as well, but I would maybe still hope to be like hearing about stuff that can be like fulfilled. So if I'm like, for example, I know my grandma is dreaming about winning the lottery.
Yeah.
So, so yeah, buying a house with the money she wins. And actually, she's talking about the lottery winnings, and she's not saying if, she's saying when she wins. So it's more of a goal for her, but but yeah, that's for me. I think the difference between it being a dream and a goal is whether you can achieve it or not. So I guess I don't know what what's the definition difference between those two. If
They are
it's
quite
about,
close.
yeah, I would assume they are similar in that sense. But yeah.
But yeah, when it comes to lottery, it is a dream.
Yeah, for lottery, there's like no way you can increase the odds. Well, basically buying more,
Yeah.
more tickets, but
And
still,
buying in the first place.
yeah, but yeah. So, but still, like it's not about you; it's just about luck. Yeah, I've heard it. I have to, because the screen is really dark with the sunglasses, so I'm lifting them up to read. Hello. Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, I think that was about the goals. Yeah, regularly. Regularly. Shopping is a much too expensive form of exercising and gaining steps. One-off goal. Nat is making up some commands there. It's like exclamation mark long-term goal, exclamation mark short-term goal, and then there's exclamation mark one-off goal. Play Type King and get good at typing. Yeah, I vouch for that goal. That's a good one. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that goal. Definitely go for that. No, just kidding. Exclamation mark dream goal. Visit Finland and the rats and frogs. Yeah. Visit Finland and rats and frogs. Yeah, we'll definitely have you here. Rats and frogs are anticipating your visit. I don't know if we have a mansion large enough here to accommodate you and your, army of servants. As you can see, the mansion is not large yet. Maybe in a few years, hopefully. But yeah, grandma is a queen of manifesting. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's just that my father's always laughing because it's like my father's mother. And my father's always laughing, and it's always the same stories, and it's always like, yeah, I was just looking up the listings of houses, and there's a nice house there and here and there, and it's always like, yeah, that house went. Now I have to look up another house, and it's like, yeah, they keep selling them houses. It's not like they're waiting for your lottery winnings, so they do keep selling the houses. But yeah, I think it's also like a hobby of my grandma to check on the listings, have something to spend time with. So it's not to worry about it in that sense, but it's just funny how for me at least, it was funny hearing that it's not if she wins, but when she wins. So there's like a manifestation going on there. But yeah, the wind is picking up again. I'm glad that we have less of the smoke now, since with the wind it would go everywhere. There's the other scissors here. But yeah, if we had any sausages, we could have done some after stream sausages or like end stream sausages here grilling.
This is
But
like in the hobo life.
Yeah, in the game Hobo Life you have this like
It's a good game.
that's actually a really good game. We played it together. The Hobo Life was a phenomenal game even. The only like downside of that was that when you played it in multiplayer you didn't really have any like shared progress in it.
No.
Each player had the same quest and they were like separately followed, so any one of the players could be in a part of the quest, so there was really hardly any co-op in that co-op mode, so it was mostly just sharing the lodgings, I guess.
Yeah.
But in that game you had these like barrels and stuff that you would just put in trash to burn, keep warm.
It was very hard.
Yeah, the beginning of the game, I think it's one of those games, for example, I think like Kingdom Come Deliverance is the similar kind, so that it's harder at the start of the game and it gets easier the longer you play, the further you get.
Because you had to sleep on the benches, but you got really cold.
Yeah. In the beginning of the Hobo Life, you had to sleep outside on the benches, and you got cold doing that. And after some time, you got like a sleeping bag and all that stuff. So it got easier the longer you went. So. But yeah, that game was something we played years and years ago. But we were discussing of going back to it. But the thing is, with games like that, it's unfortunate that there's really hardly any replay value. Because the quests are always the same, and so in that sense it might be that we just we talk that we'll go back to it, and then when we start it we hardly play it and leave it at it as it is.
Is Stardew Valley the only game we have gone back to?
Ellen's asking if Stardew Valley is the only game we've gone back to after like finishing. I think it might be, because we've talked about V Rising. We played it when it first came out, and we've talked about going back to it. And I think for that game there is like, since it was early access and it was just freshly out, I think it has like more content now that I think we would enjoy going back to it. But I think Stardew Valley so far has been the only game we've actually gone back to. Like first we played it without mods, and I think we've played it twice with mods now. With like similar kind of mods, like with the expanded Stardew Valley expanded, so mostly the same. Same kind of mods. But yeah, I can see I don't know if I need the sunglasses, maybe I do. I have fun imagining how I dedicate the room to different things or themes if I had a mansion. I'm not believing this if, I'm just saying. If I had a mansion is, thick coming from you, e.g. gaming room, dining, etc. Yeah. Rick would abandon me to go mining while I did all the farming in Stardew. I think in our gaming it has been that I've been the Rick, but I've never have it framed so that I have abandoned Elina going mining. I think it has been more that Elina's been like, yeah, I don't want to do any of the mining, go do the mining instead of her. So I think I've been.
Go at leveling their mining.
Yeah, Elina goes when I've secured the levels. I think she went like when I've been there already. I think that's when she comes in the mines. So in the perspective has been different, although I think the end result has been the same. Yeah, the mining is actually quite scary, and it's well done for like a Stardew Valley game. If you think about like the combat overall, I think most of the stuff it has been made well, because in that kind of games the combat and stuff is usually like an afterthought. So for that it has been made like surprisingly well, considering like it's somewhat like a minor detail on the game, or like a minor part of it. But I think all of the individual aspects of the game are all well made, which is why it is such a successful game. And it is a good game. I'm not saying that it's like successful out of nothing, but like it's warranted the success it has. But I think mining in most games, like if you think about Minecraft, it's like a straight up horror game when you go into the caves alone. And even if you're digging like a hole, you hear the sounds everywhere, so you're just like unsure if you can dig anywhere without breaking a wall to another, like a natural cave or stuff. So Minecraft to me is an absolute horror game if you go mining, especially if you have a mod pack with like plenty of stuff, because there's like new kind of monsters and stuff. You don't know who's hostile and what they do and all that, so there's like an added terror value there. So yeah, Minecraft for me is like an absolute horror. I prefer playing Minecraft as a multiplayer. I don't think as a single player I would not enjoy it. Even if I were even in multiplayer servers, even if I play alone, like have a base of my own, I still prefer to have like others in the server, even if they're not like right there next to me helping with the mining. It's still nice to have someone to share it with. But it's an absolute horror game. I stand by that. I think Pahvi was here yesterday. Our moderator said that he just started playing Minecraft, like vanilla Minecraft, has never played it before. And he was just laughing that I think he thinks that, and I'm also sure that he will be added to like what's the word for it? Not schedule, but statistics. Yeah, statistics for the Minecraft movie, increasing the player count. Because I think for anyone starting to play Minecraft right now, they are assuming that it's because of the Minecraft movie just coming out.
Was that hole there before?
And I was asking if there was a hole before here. I think maybe yes. I don't know where the piece has fallen if there isn't. I think it was there. So there's some cracks on the wall of the concrete drum. So it's not a whole one anymore. I think we might need to order a few of these concrete barrel type of things for the ditch. Because right now where you drive your car into here is on the left side when you're looking from the road. And we'll need one on the right side. Because as you remembered when I showed where the buildings will be going, the garage will be on that side. So we need to have like access to the car from the road. Nat is missing Minecraft. Yeah, we actually still have a server I have for my godson. Yeah, godson. He's my cousin, grandson. Oh dear. Oh dear. What a secret I just let out. Hello. But yeah, godson. And my aunt and my brother have been playing there.
Ah, okay, it is still up.
Yeah, it is still up. Yeah, it's
Okay.
the server is
Does it
still up.
still have our house there?
Yeah, everything should be the way we left them. So if we ever want to go back, we can. Although the computer Elina was playing on is the one you're actually getting the stream from. So
And our rats are there also.
yeah, there's also plenty of rats on the Minecraft server. There was a mod.
Yeah.
I think it was like Ratlantis or something.
Ratlantis,
Or was it?
yes.
Yeah, it was. I think the mod's name was just rats or something.
Yeah.
But there was like a Ratlantis and stuff. So they were like rats you could domesticate and they would do stuff for you. You could automate farming with the rats and stuff. So that was an interesting mod pack for Minecraft.
Recommend it. They were absolutely.
Yeah, it was a fun.
The babies were.
There was some madness with the rat babies because it was just like 2 pixels of like a pink thing and it was screaming on the floor.
Yeah, at first we thought it was like a piece of the tail.
Yeah, Elina was saying that we thought first with the baby rats that it was a piece of the tail, but it was actually a baby rat in Minecraft mod, so that was quite an experience. But there you can see the stick is smoldering. I don't know if we should just eat the stick in there as well.
It is a very good stick.
It's a precious stick. But we might need to leave it somewhere here so that it won't start a fire. Or we can just bury it in snow.
That is true.
Have you played with mods, Nat? Because modded Minecraft is like an even better experience than just a vanilla one. Nothing wrong with the vanilla Minecraft, of course, but having played like hours and hours of it, I think it is a superior one when you do with the mods. Maybe I cut the end of it and eat that in there, so we can have the rest of the stick to ourselves. So now I have a fat cigar. I don't know if this is a universal experience. I remember as a kid, well, my grandpa was a smoker. I don't think anymore, maybe not, but he used to be. And I remember as a kid, we like role played, or I don't know what you call it, played that we were smoking. We had like these long reeves, and we were like, yeah, we're cool with smoking. And I think every one of those like grown-ups were like, don't do that. That's not cool. And so, yeah, that's the story of the one time I was cool. The only time. It was a harsh growing up after that with nothing but uncool moments. But yeah, I flew too close to the sun with that, with that reef or whatever you call it. But yeah, it's sizzling a bit. It's sizzling similar to like a sausage, though.
Yeah.
I think there's some. Maybe it is.
Have a bite.
Nature sausage. I think that's a vegan sausage.
No!
Since you know it's a part of a brand, so
It's for you.
that's for Elina to eat. We'll cook it a bit there and flip it aside and
We have burned all our snacks. All my snacks.
I did a little bit of manually before mod organizers were a thing and before my screen modding days, so I've always wanted to try again. I think I'm more of a quality of life and aesthetic, cute, decorative mod kind of person. Yeah, there's like so many mod packs to choose from. I think there's already like plenty of those that you have like collection of mod that comes with mostly like decorative stuff. Because the ones we've had also had them in them.
Yeah.
So there's like been like Elina has been decorating stuff and there's been like new furniture and stuff. So you can have those in even if you have a mod pack with all the stuff that, for example, I always go with like nuclear reactors and like
I never touched those.
yeah, Elina never touches those. That's
just
all me.
build sofas and
Yeah, Elina's
carpets
just
and
decorating our
stuff.
house there. But yeah, so for me, I think the mod packs are a great thing because it has a little bit of everything for everyone. But they again, of course, are quite heavy, so it's like launching the game takes a while. But they have gotten a lot faster from. I remember like the earliest mod packs that came out, they took like a solid half an hour to launch the game. So it was like, was it the Indiana Jones games, Nat, when you launched it, that it took like a solid 15 minutes when it first came out? Because I think they patched it quite fast. But when it initially came out, it took like an hour to like 10 minutes to launch, or 15, I guess. Yeah, I'm definitely a techie person. Yeah, I've had because I remember the first times that was like when I was in middle school. So like when I was like 14 or something, we had like mods where they were like bees. Before they were like actual bees in Minecraft. This was before they have added bees after, but they were like bees in the mod pack which you could like use to create any and pretty much all of the resources. So you could make uranium and like plutonium and stuff like that. You could also make like diamonds and stuff with the bees, but it was like an intricate process, like breeding the bees to make the proper ones. So I had a whole operation for the bees and like automating stuff. And even now when we are playing, I usually do all sorts of like automation and tech stuff. So yeah, I'm the one. I'm the one with the. Here you cannot melt them in the furnace. You have to put this in everything you mine. You put into this chest, and then it automatically spills out the ready-made products on this end and that stuff. So
Yeah, I'm the farmer.
yeah, Elina's the aesthetic one. Indiana Jones on the minute. Yeah, 15 minutes is insane. Yeah, so glad they fixed it. Yeah, but I'm still curious. I would like to know what was the thing about it, like, because the fix was quite fast. Because if it was like an actual thing, it would have taken them longer. So I'm assuming it's something like you hear about those that there's like an apple in a game file, and if you remove the apple, it like it destroys everything. So I'm just guessing that they just forgot something in there and it was looping for a long time before it let go. So, because the fix was quite fast, it only took like a week for them to fix it. So, I'm assuming it was something someone forgot. Because I would assume that they have playtesters. I'm at least hoping they have had playtesters. So there was some mistake along the way. So the release version had something it shouldn't have had. But I don't think we'll ever hear what was the actual issue there. But it's actually crazy. 15 minutes to launch a game nowadays is like massive. Like unmodded ones, because I know, for example, for example, RimWorld and those kind of games, if I play with mods, it takes a while to launch. So there, I think 15 minutes is okay, but it's not from the vanilla version.
The Sims, was it 2 or 3? 2, or maybe took like 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, Alien saying some of the Sims she has played 3 or 2 or either of those two take like 10 minutes. 10 minutes to launch. So, but yeah, I don't think modern games should. Although I have to say, with like modern games, you can have those like shaders, they're like assembling shaders that can take a long time. So, I think those are usually done like minutes, takes minutes. So, that's a bit slower progress even in modern games. But yeah, the heat is decreasing. We need to go closer. Do you guys think that
Very
this?
hot there. Concrete.
Oh, the concrete is apparently hot. I would assume it is. We can go closer a bit.
My hands.
Elina's warming her hands by the concrete. I just spilled. Oh wait, actually didn't spill. I just fell my water bottle. Yeah, the concrete is actually warm.
Yeah.
It's not like hot. I would not. Or maybe it is a bit hot. Yeah.
If you
Yeah, if you
there
keep it there long,
longer.
it does get hot there too.
It is.
Yeah. So yeah, if we threw water here, I think it would
Yeah, I
sizzle.
was just imagining our water would do nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, the amount of water we have would do nothing if this one
Yeah.
just like went
Even
crazy.
if we had the amount we were planning on.
Yeah, we have like I think is it 3 liters or 5 liters, something like that.
Yeah.
Between those two, we have a container of water. I don't think even if we brought that, it would have done anything if the fire had spread out. But this ring is like large enough for it to like hold it quite well. Because if it had like been like a really small one and then you put in branches, it would have like stuck out easier. So
Maybe
I think
we
it
will
was.
keep this.
Yeah, we might keep it. We'll see if we can move it. Because all we need is like some kind of net, like a grill, iron grill on it. So like a grill. And then we have a place we can grill sausages and stuff on. So maybe we'll put it somewhere there.
That's the most important.
Yeah, grilling sausages is always the goal. Whatever the stream is all going for, it's always like, what's the next step? How do we make grilling sausages easier?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the Finnish mindset. But I'm curious what's underneath it, whether this can be lifted or not. I think with the Avant it should be liftable. But we'll see.
There is some concrete.
I think there's some concrete underneath it, but it could be that it's just like a roll of, like a slab of concrete underneath. There was a one slab, you can see it on my side here. This was on top of it and it was a struggle getting it
Yeah.
off of it. So yeah. Well, there's no way we will be lifting it on top of it back. So
Yeah, we were hoping we would lift it somewhere.
yeah, we were discussing of like rolling this or moving this circle somewhere on the middle there, because it would have been closer to all the places we need to, and then like safer from everywhere else. But there's no way we're gonna move this.
Yeah.
It was so heavy. No way. But yeah, this is all that's remaining. It's too short for me to use as a walking stick.
Oh dear.
I think it's even too short for Elina to use as a walking stick. But yeah, I think it has been a successful day so far. It took us longer than I had maybe anticipated by a little bit, I guess.
Oh.
Because it's already like almost 5.
Oh
Like,
wow.
or what is it? Yeah, it's 4:33, I guess, 5 p.m. Yeah, so we've been at it for, I would like to say 4 hours. Yeah, more than 4 hours, yeah. Of course, yeah. Since we started at 12, so we started at noon. But yes, so it's been a long stream, guys. Are you guys already going to sleep there? I know the classic WoW players never sleep, but but I think the Australians maybe. Maybe Frutality has already gone to bed. I have not seen a Frutality message in a long time. What time is it in there? It's not like... Wait, I'm trying to count. Because it might be like midnight soonish there, or is it already past midnight?
I would imagine it's already past.
Because there was this daylight saving stuff, so that's why I'm trying to
Yeah.
put into the calculations. Not just put in an emote. What emote is that? It's 11:33 p.m., so not yet midnight, but really close to it. Yeah, I was thinking that with the daylight savings it would be just short of midnight.
Yeah, because first we had the daylight saving and then...
Yeah, first we had it and then the Australians have it. But it's still wild to me that like not every, is it state or what you call the areas in the Australia, doesn't do the daylight savings, and then again with the 30-minute time differences, that's like crazy. Absolute bonkers. I think that's too much Vegemite is what that, the only way to explain that 30-minute difference. Yeah, that's my explanation for it.
Hey, that is good vegan.
Is it vegan?
It is.
Okay, Vegemite is
like,
apparently vegan.
Yeast.
Okay, I see. Okay, so it's apparently yeast bread. Cannot confirm what is Vegemite. Is it vegan? Can we have Vegemite delight for Elina? Can we do a trade with like us sending Finnish candy and you sending Vegemite?
I think they sell it somewhere.
In here. Okay, so apparently they sell it here somewhere.
Yep.
So we might get some Vegemite
But
locally.
I'm not sure if it's only in Helsinki.
Yeah, it could be closer to the capital,
But
not
I do
here.
know they have sold it haven't tasted it.
But I don't know how long we should be like watching the fire, because you're supposed to watch it until you know there's no risk of it spreading. I don't think there's been a risk of it spreading for like the last hour or so, but but I guess there's no like, I would say acute, is it acute?
Acute.
I think it could be, yeah. Like emergency type of thing. So I don't think there's like an emergency to keep watching it here, but it is a nice weather. So.
Go closer and closer.
Yeah, we just. Yeah, I was gonna ask the chat. Do you think the plastic chair can hold if we go inside it? Oh dear,
Yeah.
and it just bends. Oh dear. That's saying apparently it is vegan certified, so maybe Elina is onto something here. I was thinking always, is it just like, is it a different stuff? Because I was thinking it's like a meat spread of some kind, but is that a different thing then? Okay, so maybe I'm mixing it up with something else. So you need to send me some send me some meat spread, and then Elina gets the Vegemite.
Good old meat spread.
Good old meat spread.